Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? Where am I supposed to be looking? Over here? Over here? Over there? Over there? I don't know. Somewhere. What's going on? I'm wearing an illicit Boba Fett t-shirt. My wife just asked, where'd you get that? I put that, like, in the back corner of your closet. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's where I found it. she the good Star Wars shirts that she likes, she wants me to save for vacation. But we just got back from Disney, and I'm not going back for another year. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep a sweet ass Boba Fett shirt like that just in my closet for like a year, just so I could wear it one time. Because I'm a dude, and I'm a light packer, or I would be if I packed for myself. But my wife wants me to take like one clean shirt for every day, and then like at least one extra shirt just in case. I'm like, I can wear the same stuff like 2-3 days in a row if I have to. It's like to just take a duffel bag, put a little bag with my a little bag within the bag for my toiletries, and just take some underwear, some shirts, a couple pairs of shorts, some socks, some sunscreen, my hat, done. But no, it's gotta be this whole big production and whatever. But hey, that's not what this video is about. I just finished. This is kind of I'm gonna get to something specific soon. But this is also just a catch-up video because I haven't made a video in like whatever YouTube said last time I looked this morning, like 9 days, something. So the Kickstarter PDF for the Chult Experience, Designing Worlds Like a Fucking Boss, the PDF is done. It's been uploaded to DriveThruRPG. I'm hoping, tentacles crossed, by the end today, someone behind the scenes will just push a little button and make it go live, because it's been in the queue since Wednesday afternoon. So a couple days, and we're coming up against the weekend, so hopefully it'll be up there by the end of today. If it's not, I assume they're not going to work on the weekends, because why would they? Why would they? Monday? I don't know. But everybody that backed the Kickstarter that filled out the reward survey has gotten a copy, as far as I know. Reach out to me if you haven't. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting on pins and needles to see how people like it. A couple people said like, "Oh, cool, yeah, it looks awesome," but they just got it and they haven't really dived in, I assume. My fans are the quietest of fans. They are the most solemn, not the most solemn, but they're not like, and that's probably a good thing. They're not like the fanboys of Wizards of the Coast that like, oh my God, there's like a new shitty like digital splat book with like 1.5 new things that were, that someone like shat out on their lunch break over at the Wizards of the Coast offices. They're like, so awesome! And they go on YouTube and, the social media, and they blitz everything with promotions and letting people know about stuff. No, my fans are like to keep things to themselves. They like to be very quiet. They like to ponder and meditate and just like focus on their orb. Which means that sometimes it's hard to get feedback out of people. I want to know, like, is the thing that I spent the last 5-6 months writing and pouring my heart into and my blood, sweat, and zoth, is it worth it? Did I do a half decent job? I hope so. I mean, I kind of have to like keep my own counsel on what's good and what's not, because aside from like 3 or 4 people out of a few hundred. I don't really hear back from the Kickstarter peeps. They keep supporting me and they keep pledging money, and stuff gets through, which is awesome. But it would be nice to hear a little bit more. I mean, obviously, it would be nice to hear them gush like, "Oh my God, it's so awesome! I love it because of this, that, and the other thing." But I don't know. I just like to hear from people. So that's finished. I basically completed all the things of the Kickstarter. So looking at another Kickstarter, I probably want to get closer to VengerCon 3 before I launch another Kickstarter. Nothing's going to happen in the next couple weeks. But as it gets closer, as we hit July, I might do one more before, wait for it, eventually kickstarting book 4 of the Chult trilogy, which I'm very much excited about and looking forward to. I've already got stuff in the works. Where I write a book that's not an adventure, by writing a book about gaming or about campaign settings or about this, that, or the other thing, game mastering, whatever. I sort of compare myself to like a marathon runner. I'm going at full speed, and then by the time I realize I need to stop, like I'm still kind of going. So I cut the line off with that Chult-based song to the tune of Smelly Cat from Friends. I made a video about that nobody watched. Thank you very much. Like 80 people, maybe. But where was I? So I made that video. So that's the last thing that went in the book. I even say that in there, that as I was finishing up the layout, I sent this to the layout guy. I'm like, I also want this in there, and this is like the last thing. And since then, I've had like a few different ideas that I wanted to get down, and I've either footnoted myself, or I've written like little notes that mean something to me. But if someone just read the text messages that I send to myself, they'd be like, "What the hell does that mean?" And some I've fleshed out. And so I've already have material for book 4. Plus, I will probably already also put in material that has been published previously, but just not in hardcover form, just PDFs. And maybe this, maybe the Chult experience will be in book 4. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask people what they want. But, so yeah, probably one more Kickstarter before launching book 4. And that'll probably happen in July, just before, as I said, VengerCon 3, which I'm very much looking forward to. That is July 19th to the 21st, and that's happening right on the border between Sun Prairie and Madison, Wisconsin. The weather is lovely, so it should be nice and warm, probably in the 80s. Mostly sunny. It's a good time to visit Wisconsin. Unlike when I go to, I live here all the time, but when I go to GaryCon in March, it's guaranteed to snow at least once. And then the rest of the time, it's like cold, windy, rainy, damp, somewhere in the 30s and 40s, maybe 50s if you're lucky. It kind of sucks. But yeah, July, Wisconsin has nice weather. So guaranteed that. Still want people to come and buy a badge for the weekend. Put a link down below. What's the other thing? Oh, so I'm going to blog about this in just a few minutes. I'll put that link down there too. I am about to release a shortened, truncated minimalist of minimalisms version of the Crimson Dragon Slayer rule set. That can be, depending on your font and whatever, can be boiled down to maybe like 2 or 3 pages. It's really, really like, concise. And what I wanted to do is I wanted people to be able to take the text and take that and make their own layout for it, create their own PDF, and if they want to, they can sell it for free, because it's a free PDF, on on their own platform, or as their own self-publisher. Because I feel like one of the reasons, or one of the stumbling blocks, the hurdles to building up an audience for self-publishers is, when you're starting out, just the lack of stuff on your storefront. If you're starting out, you've got maybe nothing or maybe one thing. But if I give people this like minimized Crimson Dragon Slayer RPG, then if they have the skills, they can, or I suppose you can farm this out to a layout guy. Then they can create their own layout, and then they can make it into a PDF that they can then offer as a self-publisher, on their own storefront. And then they actually have something to like show people and maybe bring people in. You have a link to something that I will hope people would want. And then while they're there, they can look at maybe the other thing that you've got. Or it's just a chance to promote something of mine that I think is awesome and a lot of people will enjoy. Give you a chance to spread your layout wings and create something that should be pretty easy, since it's just, a handful of pages at most. And, you could do whatever you want with it. You can, the way you do the layout will be totally up to you. You could take it into some sort of weird, crazy, radical Mork Borg direction, or you could make it as old school as if Gary Gygax was like typing it out on his typewriter. You could make it look like that if you wanted to, if you had those skills. You can do black and white, you can do full color. I don't know. So I'm going to have that. And then people can email me, and then I will give them the Word document. And then from there, they can, create their own PDF of this ultra-minimalist Crimson Dragon Slayer RPG. And, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's actually going to help anybody. I hope it will. I thought that'd be cool. A cool little experiment, because then you get all these different like visual versions of essentially the same thing, spread out across the internet on different platforms and different people's pages and storefronts, and I don't know. Also, spreading the word about D&D in arcade mode, as Prince of Nothing once called it. So there's that. That might be it. And we're coming up on 15 minutes, so I think that's good. So just recap. We got VengerCon. I've just fulfilled the Kickstarter couple people need to fill out their backer surveys, but everybody should have that. And Drive Through RPG should probably, hopefully, maybe have it up on their site by the end of today. The Crimson Dragon Slayer news, like I said, I'll blog about that, and I'll have my email address up there, and just ask me, just send me an email and say like, hey, can I have that? Because I'm interested in doing it. I mean, if you don't end up not doing it, that's fine. But, at least check it out and see if it's something that you want to put just a little tiny bit of time and energy into. You could make it really cool. And then that could be like sort of your thing. Kind of a collaboration between you and me. Me with my words and you with the text. With you and the the visuals. And if you want to make small little changes, ask me. And as long as I don't disapprove, I'll probably say yes. And then you can further customize it, which would be nice. I don't have like a list of races, but if you wanted to add a couple like sample races or something like that, you could do that. I mean, the point of the whole minimalist thing or ultra-minimalist, is that it's just like the smallest bite size, like besides the cover and maybe the credits, you could get it down to like the front and back side of a page, and then that's it. And then you could just hand that to players, or we could show them like on an iPad or something like that. And then they have it right there. They can just read it at the table in like 5 minutes and be like, oh, okay, now I know how to play the game. Now I know how to make a character. Now I know kind of what this is about, and we could just start playing. Because that's the point. You can start immediately playing as soon as you bring this out and show it to people, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just going to read this and make a character in 5 minutes, and then we'll just start playing. Yeah, okay. That's it for now. Happy Mother's Day, because that's on Sunday, to everybody out there. And, Boba Fett says, I don't know, whatever he says. He says, what's up? Boba Fett says, what's up? Okay. Have a good one.